Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Schmoedown reaction right here on Dedicated to Art. As usual, I'm your host, Kees Cornelissen, joined by the usual panel of Nico and Chris for the second match of round two of the Ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament between Ben the Boss Bateman and the Powder Cat Paul Preston. So, Paul has had a pretty impressive rookie season. We can all say that. And Ben has been the type of competitor that is, in singles, a little bit like Drew McReaney. A lot better than his record actually shows. In teams, though, he's really good, of course. But he is probably the best or one of the best players who never had a belt. And of course, he's trying to change that now. But the question is, will he? Chris, will he?
There's a difference between what I want and what I think is going to actually happen. Because what I think is going to actually happen is Paul Preston's going to win this thing, and my day is just going to be completely ruined. Because, look, he's good. He is good. But he's way overhyped. Even though, yes, just break kayfabe for 2 seconds here. Paul, congratulations once again on you and Karen breaking your goal, and hopefully you guys can get a little more support coming your way. So, yeah. But, time in. This guy is all hype. Someone has to take this guy down. Someone has to. I want it to be Ben so damn badly. I just don't know if it's going to happen, and that breaks my damn heart.
Yeah. Nico, what are your thoughts on the match today?
My thoughts are that Paul Preston is going to win, and then Chris's opinion of Preston being all hype goes out the window because once you beat a guy like Ben Bateman after having already beaten Lon Harris, and then you're put in a position where you get to face Brendan Meyer in the semis and possibly move on to the finals of the tournament, you're not just hype. You're the legit thing. And
that hasn't happened yet, by the way.
But we're in a position where it could be. And I feel like the talk of him. I feel like the talk here of Paul Preston being just hype is going to be null and void after this match and after the next couple matches. He's good.
Paul could win the title, and I'll still say he's hype.
Okay, that's where I definitely disagree with Chris, but I disagree with both of you. Look, Paul has definitely shown he is good, and there's definitely a reason that a lot of people are hyping him up. However, he hasn't won anything really yet. He has won a couple of matches. Good for him. Other people have done that. Actually, Stacey Howard, I remember, started her career off with 4-0. Look what happened since. So it's a completely different thing to actually go on a run of winning against really, really good competitors rather than just winning a couple of matches. Because, look, Lon was a big name once. He isn't anymore. So beating Lon Harris is not that big of a thing anymore. And the fact that he lost to Lon Harris, that says even more, I think. Look, Paul is a good competitor. I think Ben is just slightly better. And I think that Ben has a definite shot of winning today. We'll see. Like, my personal bias has Ben Bateman because, but we'll see. Hey, I could be proven wrong. I've been proven wrong not that much, but a couple of times this tournament, so this might be yet another one. We'll just have to see. And we're going to do that in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, Lord. What is happening?
Here we go again.
This guy lives in the bathroom.
Here we go.
Hey!
Oh, hey.
Captain! I'm just going to fist bump that one.
Hey,
Maybe
how you doing?
Knuckle.
Lou! Good to see you.
Listen, I can respect what you did when you were the commissioner of the league. And I actually am very fascinated with this nuke move you got going on.
It's pretty genius, isn't it?
Pretty genius, and it's also going to backfire in your face. Because I manage the champion of the world, Primetime Paul. I'm about to manage the next IG champion in the world, Smasher. You know who he is. And after that happens, you know what your little nuke is gonna do to you? I'm gonna take Guy, because you know he wants to be in the dungeon. I'm gonna take McWeenie, and you're gonna be left with that other guy. I can't even remember his name.
Dude, let me just tell you something, Luke. You can talk all you want, and I appreciate the fact that you manage a champion, a guy that came from a slash in the pan, by the way, a guy who's going to crack under the pressure, a man that is never going to do what you say. And let me just tell you something. Do you know what family means? Family's forever. Family is forever. And you, my friend, I admit your name's not Luke, okay? I understand.
I've been trying to tell you this for
I
I don't know how
understand.
long.
I get that. And I appreciate what you're saying. But my genius, my vision, is something that you, my friend, will only learn to appreciate later. And I know your name. Your name's Ralph. And I'm happy to call you Ralph finally. You do well.
I mean, this guy, I don't think he still respects me.
No. By the way, I just realized Kaiser has a shot, a legit shot, of having all 3 belts in his faction at the end of the year, because Kevin Smets can definitely get the IG belt. I don't see anyone. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the movie.
Why does that never happen?
We're in the thick of the ultimate Schmoedown singles.
Just no one thought of it until now.
Today.
Yeah,
It is
exactly.
the boss Bateman versus Paul.
It's essentially the same thing as Holdo crashing the cruiser into the Supremacy in The Last Jedi. Why has no one thought of it before? Well, because they did now.
Happy to be here, Mark. That's everything you just said was a lie. But
Anyway, as I was saying,
I enjoyed it anyway.
Yeah,
happy to be here.
Smets
I
has a
love
legit
tournaments.
shot
I was never
of getting the
good at tournaments. The only
Interdiction
tournament
belt.
I won
Paul
was
has
How
the singles
Fast,
belt
and you know, which
is very likely
candidate
to
was
keep
get,
that. And if
rejected by
Paul
the
and
cheerleader in high
Zipper
school.
go on a
I won
roll
it
in the
every year, 4
tournament,
years running. But
they
this is
can
a
get the
tournament for a
team
different
belt.
kind of prize. It's a tournament
And
for
then Manager of the
Schmoedown
Year,
glory,
probably.
and round 2 is where things start to get
Oh,
really
that's-
interesting.
that's
Things start to get
definitely a lot.
serious.
Like,
the competitors know
it's essentially
that
if you
glory
have
is just
at
over
least
that
one
them
and
dar
definitely
hill,
2 belts,
and we've got
you are
2
manager of the year.
competitors looking to, one, I think, establish himself like the player he always thought he was. That's Ben Bateman, and knows deep down that he is. And then another one who is a veteran around movie trivia and the digital media world, but still relatively new in the Schmoedown. That's Paul Preston, and that is an intense kind of matchup.
When you walk into Ken Knapsack's house, he has a life-size statue of Yosemite Sam, and in his immortal words, filth, far and flying between these two, and they are not at a shortage of confidence or words when it comes into this matchup. Paul Preston, newer on the scene than Ben Bateman, who's been around the Schmoedown for a long time, but Preston comes in and he instantly has that veteran feel to him where both of these guys really know how to play the game. What I mean by that is they get the strategy. They're not going to be phased by, do I check the multiple choice? Do I make those kind of calls? It's just a question of how much knowledge is actually inside their skull.
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what, Paul Preston, I've been to Paul Preston's house. This guy's been around the business for a while. He has a fire pit. He can afford a fire pit.
Really?
That's how long he's been around, and he's a good, calm guy. But I'm excited to see in this matchup. I mean, I wonder if he's starting to taste the kind of glory that a performer and a trivia veteran wants. Trivia shows around town that if he's like, oh, it's right there, you know, and does that start mounting up?
Yes.
He's had that kind of pressure. Bateman, the Horseman. I hate to admit it.
That is
what
more
do we have to,
likely
5?
than Nike 3 belt.
We got
I
5
feel.
horsemen. It's
5?
the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. One of them has a +1.
That's
I mean, technically
Funny
3,
That's a
because
funny
Star
skit you're
Wars
doing
would be
there.
the 4th, and no
but
one's
yeah,
competing
you know,
for
the
Star
number
Wars
of
right
as I
now.
said before,
belts.
Bateman
Like
knows
number
Yeah,
he's
of
great.
titles.
Sometimes
That's
his
the thing,
losses,
he has 2 belts
you know,
per team.
can get in his head maybe, or maybe he's thinking, I haven't got to that title. This is where he can.
I
really
understand.
lay that
It's
claim.
just
And
I'm gonna
I
be
hate to
nitpicky
give
about
Horseman
that.
Credit, but I like that Ben kid, and he's coming here.
I mean, hey, for all we
Well,
know,
let's see
Smets
what
might
each
get in a Star Wars
member
number 1
of their
contenders match
respective
before, and now it's
faction had to
spectacular,
say
and then hey,
pre-show. Take a look.
maybe he goes for both.
Smets is
Ben
not good enough
Bateman will
for
move
Star
on
Wars.
in the tournament.
Well, coming up next,
He
no slack.
he said that to me.
For the exit strategy that he's got for leaving the tournament, all right, when he takes on the Powder Keg.
Okay, focus on the promo.
Hey, here we are, Preston versus Bateman. And you know what? There's only room for one, what Ken Knapsack calls a tall, strapping lad here in the Schmoedown.
The Powder Keg is no joke. He's becoming one of these Schmoedown pros now that people really want to see compete.
Total trivia ownage.
I don't know who this guy is. What's his name?
Oh,
Preston
Rockman,
Wilson
yeah.
or something?
You know, you come out
Don't
as a
fry
rookie,
me.
you do some good things, but you don't win a title. But I'm here in my 3rd season in the Schmoedown to show you really what I'm all about. I've played good, I've played bad. Today, I'm just here to play to win.
And now he's going to have Paul in the second round, 2 rookies back-to-back. But these are rookies that are coming to play.
It's time for new blood, all right?
You're wearing a Wimbledon visor from a garage sale.
Not true, pal. Kirsten Dunst herself gave me this hat at the Wimbledon premiere. And then we made out, as far as you know.
Powder keg, Paul Preston. Where'd you get that from, the Looney Tunes? Give me a break, Paul. This is the future of the league right here. We saw the potential in this guy. So he needs a belt around his waist.
Standing next to a winner, another one right here. Two of the greatest of all time and the greatest faction of all time. And I don't care. You like me, you don't like me, who you're rooting for. All I know is
Ben,
when
I
walk out
love
here
you,
today,
but
I'll be one
this
step
and
closer
you
to
does
that belt.
not
One step
compute
closer,
with
one of
me.
those 2 belts at the end of the season. I keep talking.
So you talk about a master strategist when it comes to playing the game, figuring your way out around a board. Ben Bateman, perhaps one of the best we've ever seen.
Ben Bateman is a master at movie trivia. I will gladly call him Master Bateman.
Oh,
but
no.
I'm the real Master
no.
Bateman. By the end of this,
Oh,
you're
no.
going to call me
That's
the Master
terrible.
Bateman.
That is...
So let's find out who the real master is. Master Preston or Master Bateman? Jerk off. Where's the swear jar?
Dirt. Oh,
You see
dirt.
why I had the boo sign now? I'd say that was earned. That was earned.
100%.
Nico, shame on you.
Shame.
At least
Shame.
at least I used the E and not the U. That changes the meaning entirely.
Which news to me, the guy who actually
Fire
has
pit,
a way for Santa
Fire
Claus
pit.
to come. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
no,
a
fire pit. He has a nice backyard. He's an established,
that's
proper
a feature,
gentleman.
yeah.
That guy is coming in with a boatload of
Ooh,
confidence.
that's
Ben
a match
Bateman,
and a half.
He seems to feel like he's the veteran in this match.
It'll
so
be
maybe he's got a
60
little
minutes
bit of
long
there,
just
but
for the
as
trash
soon as you do
talk
the
alone.
introductions, they're
That'll
sitting
be
there.
worth
It's
it.
0-0, and it came to play more.
And
We're
I
gonna go to the
know
tail
I
of the
will
tape.
love
Now,
every
before we
second
go
of
to the
that.
tail of tape, I would like to give a huge shout out to a
I'm gonna need
competitor
ice
today, and that
packs
would
for
be
my
Mr.
ears by
Paul
the end of it
Preston.
all.
He's fighting much larger battles than just this silly little movie trivia game.
By the
If
way,
you guys want to get more information on how
this
you
is
can help Paul
also
and
the
his wife
absolute
Karen
perfect
fight
time
your
for
battle
Roka
with cancer, you
Kalinowski
can
to
join the
happen.
movement right now.
Because
You can
if
check
it
out
had
the
happened like
Schmoedown
last year or
Facebook
before,
page, or you can check out our
Roka
Twitter
would have
feed
smoked
on ways that you can
Kalinowski.
donate and
But
support
right
to make
now,
sure that Paul and
I
Karen
cannot call
continue
that
their
match.
brave battle.
I mean, I have my bracket, of course, but I have already said,
On a
like, I
lesser note,
don't
can
really
we
have
get
confidence
to
in
the
my
tail of
bracket.
the tape? And Paul
Wait,
Preston,
Ellis just said
he is
something
good at
that
action
got an
movies.
applause
He's
line,
good at
and I
Harrison
missed it.
Ford movies. Unfortunately, Harrison Ford not yet a
Sorry.
winner.
It was a plug for the Twitter.
That's really
Ah.
weird. The questions I could ask about Witness alone.
Yeah, I know. John Book was his character in that. How about Ben Bateman? What is that young man?
Both
do
have
that?
Bateman's
action.
drinks are looking damn fine. Good
Actually,
Good head of hair.
movie release.
Bateman
I
needs
hate
to
his
buy
head of hair.
slightly
Makes
bigger
me so
suit
jealous.
because he
Movie
always
release
looks
dates,
very
let's not
big
forget,
in
that's one
them.
of his strengths. And of course,
Might be just me.
Action movies, that's how
No,
he's
he-
on all the wins.
That's the point. He's trying to look
Well,
larger
I'm
than
just
life.
about ready to go, Ken. You have all your cards and your.
But
But that's
coffees
just
and
comes
your,
off as it just comes off as
I don't
douchey.
know what's happening with me today, to
Or
be
just,
honest, but I think I'm
dude,
He
you
went to
bought
Haunted
the
Hayride
wrong
last night. It's
size
time for the
suit.
movie trivia Schmoedown. A little bit of southern twang came out of the accent there. That's what happens when I hit the tequila before noon. Ken Knapsack will be doing the introductions at your ready.
Absolutely. You sound like the family scene in Elizabethtown. Here we go. Introducing first.
Smart Nico, that bell getting heavy for you.
Up 3 wins and
I can't
one
write
defeat
with
and
it.
1 KO.
It's
With his
uncomfortable.
doorman
Wait,
at his
I
side,
see
Adam
bids.
Witt. Representing
Why do
the
I
movie
see bids?
guys, Paul Preston. Bibiani's not
Looks
on
like
Yeah, you gotta get
Bibiani trying to get into this
No.
match, and his
No,
name is
not
not
on
on the list. Here, well, sure, we got
The
kids.
The kid's been in movies and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
he's trying to grease palm.
no.
Of all people, you don't expect. Oh,
What is he wearing?
He gets in. Boy, look at that.
What? What?
His
Did
compadre,
he
movie
do
guy
that
didn't even have
just
look at
to?
his-
yeah, he did that to mess
The
with
answer you're
Ben.
looking for is satisfaction.
Nope.
That's the only movie with a still relevant Bateman.
Nope.
Ooh.
Nope, sir. That's the. Well, we'll wait.
It is a great film starring Justine Bateman and a younger Liam Neeson, although he's older than Justine in the movie.
Aren't they all? Here we go. And his opponent. With
And
their
tiebreaker.
record
of 6 wins
God
and
damn it.
5 defeats with 2 KO.
Representing the Five
We should just play Benny
and
Hill
accompanied
over
to
this.
the ring by at least one of them in sweatpants, Top Dignito.
Yeah.
Has a
Oh,
shirt on.
no. Where's Marley, though?
The team is out.
The way
The team
Dagnino has his
is
chest
out.
shaved, it looks like an arrow is pointing up towards his
Dagnino's
chin.
shirt alone requires some kind of congressional hearing there with that chest hair coming out. Scandalous. All right, everyone's on the field to play.
Dagnino whispering last
Okay.
words of wisdom or asking Ben to loan him $10.
That's actually a low number.
Dagnino, if you're trying to do and
Somebody,
cosplay,
Abe
it's on the
Simpson
head,
yelling
not
at
on
the
your
clouds
chest.
over there.
Shout out to Malcolm Lee.
We will get to the rules of
Yeah,
round
for the
number
first time watching that
1.
show.
Gentlemen, this is the Ultimate Schmoedown. It is a playoff format. The winner advances to round 3. The loser goes home. However, it plays like a normal round number 1, 2, and 3. In round number 1,
So
you
in
can
round
ask
1,
questions. These
usually
questions are
Chris
asked to the field of
outscores
competitors.
Nico
They
and
come from
myself
8 different
combined,
categories of movie
and that's
trivia,
how round 1 goes
Schmoedown,
around
know-how.
part.
Each question is worth 1 point.
Actually, in the last match,
There is no
he
stealing
didn't.
in round
That's
number
because he
1.
missed
Since we ask
one
a question in about
question.
15 seconds,
Oh, no,
write
wait,
down your
you
best
missed 2.
attempt at an
Never
answer
mind.
on the whiteboard in front of you.
No, wait,
Once we
you
ask
missed
you
one.
by name
Just
to
one.
reveal your answer, show what you wrote to your camera at the same
Yeah.
time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor you have 3 usages
Yeah, well,
of the JTE rule each.
I can't wait for
throughout the
Nikki
duration
to
of the
get
3-round
back
match.
to
If you're not
have
sure
that
you heard a
all
question right,
change.
you want us to repeat it, you just want to buy yourself some more time, use the JTE rule. You also each have
It's
one
nice getting
challenge
questions
at any
right.
point throughout
Right?
the match. And I would like to say to both gentlemen, I know that you're going through
I'm
various
sorry.
personal things, the both of you up there, so thank you for showing up today and giving a game performance. Nice to see both of these lads here playing through it, Ken. Are they going to take their
No.
sunglasses off?
No.
No, they are not. Ben, how you feeling? You ready to go?
Let's do this, Mark.
Paul Preston, are you ready to perform?
Smells like a barn in here with all the horsemen. Let's get this done so we can open the doors.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
That was
Administering
a
your
man
first
burn.
question is going to be Ken Knapsack, the voice of the Schenectady Mickeys.
All right, I don't know what that reference is for once. All right. Question 1 comes in the category of action-adventure. Action/adventure. What 2008 action thriller stars Shia LaBeouf and Michelle Monaghan? I like that LaBeouf kid. You see him on that Hot Wing show with that dynamic host?
I did not see that. He ate hot wings on it?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
go near hot wings.
5, 4,
After my incident.
3, 2.
Transformers, I don't know.
Down, look
Eagle
for
Eye.
answer starting with Bateman.
Eagle Eye.
That's correct.
Eagle Eye.
All
It is
right.
Eagle Eye.
Transformers was
Makes me think
2007.
of the great Eagle Eye Cherry, saved tonight, right?
Eagle Eye Charity, played by Ken Knapsack in the 90s. Your next category is 1 decade earlier in the 1980s. These are 80s movies, and your question, in what 80s comedy do Bill Murray and Harold Ramis enlist in the Army? It's kind of like our relationship. We got a Murray-Ramis thing going on. Who's who? That's for the audience to find
Good movie.
out.
Figure that out. I look like.
I'm going to put a joke answer.
All right, Spence.
Excited. Think I'm gonna miss this one.
4,
That's your category.
3,
Good call.
2.
Disney Channel's Cadet Kelly.
Excited you miss any category.
Stripes.
I get divorced if I don't get this one. Stripes.
Stripes it is.
I also had stripes.
Stripes it is.
Great performance by John Larroquette in that movie.
John Larroquette. Night Court. We just do Night Court. talk
A.K.A.
today.
Maltz in
Question
Star Trek
3
3.
comes in the category of dramas. Dramas. Who played the lead role of Carol Aird in 2015's Carol? Late Harry Anderson.
Look, my
One
football
could
team
say
just
she passed the
Big
test.
I love it.
Big win.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Kate Blanchett.
1. Pens
Kate
are down.
Blanchett.
Emma Stone?
Answer starting with
Ah,
Ben.
damn it.
Kate
I'm thinking of the wrong
That
movie.
is correct.
Kate Blanchett.
That is
All right.
correct.
I saw a poster for that movie.
These gentlemen are perfect so far. Let's see if they can keep it going with animated movies. Movies drawn by hand or a computer this day and age. In Toy Story 4, Tony Hale versus the spork that Woody tries to rescue.
I haven't
What
seen
is
it
the
yet.
spork's name?
But it was in all the trailers, so you should know this.
Yeah, and I don't give
No,
two
never seen
shits
Toy
about the
Story, but I'm
trailer,
really good
so
at
I
the
don't
game
know it.
on, at the California Adventure. It's extraordinarily good.
Is it a game of chance?
No, you just 4, 3, 2.
Forky.
Pens are down. Call.
Right.
Forky.
I wrote
That is
Sporky.
correct.
It's
Forky.
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 Ha!
And had it too.
I practiced for Toy
Never thought.
Story in the shower. All right.
There's old cord yanker knapsack again.
Question 5 comes in the category of crime. Crime, using pictures glorifying criminals. First question. Johnny Depp played real-life gangster Whitey Bulger in what 2015 film?
God, I love this movie.
I saw something in history about.
It was actually good. It was an actually good performance by Johnny Depp in the 2010s.
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen.
Mordecai.
Dog's cute. 4.
Alice in Wonderland. Black
One
Mass.
pens are down. Looking for answers.
Black
starting
Mass.
with Ben.
Black Mass.
That's correct, sir.
Black Mass.
We
Saw
got
it in the
perfect rounds
theater.
for both these guys so far.
As
Like, we don't even
Jeremy
have to
Adams
be
would
here,
say.
Ken.
Yeah, you want to finish that story at Barney's afterwards?
Category is in the world of comedies. What comedy franchise features the bumbling Inspector Clouseau?
Speaking of bumbling, I'm sorry for my intro today. I just sat down.
What are you talking? You should, the
More on
kids
top
love
of
you.
the game, man.
I would dare say all the YouTube comments are
5,
positive
4,
in your direction.
3, 2,
Hey.
pens are down. Looking for answers. Starting with Mr. Paul Preston.
The Pink
That's correct, sir.
Panther.
The Pink Panther.
Look at this, Mark.
Pink Panther.
Mark.
I
6 to
blanked
6.
right.
so
Six
hard. on that
questions
one.
means we have
Jesus.
2
alright.
perfecto players up.
That's right.
I didn't
We're
even
2 questions
recognize the
away
fucking
from
theme song.
Perfect rounds across the board. Can they get their next question in the world of horror thriller?
Absolutely. Question. That sounds like me practice from the Boardwalk game. Question 7 comes in the category of horror thriller. Horror/thriller. Who directed 2015's The Gift?
Have you seen the comments that the kids leave about you?
I don't-
When you announce,
I
they
haven't-
love you. They're over me.
I haven't gone to YouTube comments since I left 15
Shit, it's one
This
of
is
the
a
other.
this is a complete guess.
You!
5,
Chris!
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Oh, thank you,
One for
Ben.
Ben. Who directed 2015's The Gift?
Yeah,
Seriously, this is a guess.
They've kind of accepted that I'm here. And like,
Okay.
I have
Someone
to be
is.
here.
At least someone is.
Hope I'm remembering this right.
Yep. 5,
Owen Lard.
4. I cried last night. 2,
Oh,
1.
Joel
Pens
Edgerton.
down.
Joel Edgerton.
For answer starting with Ben.
James Wan.
That's correct.
Joel Edgerton.
We've got 2
I was thinking, like,
young Owen Lard.
Okay, for some reason I keep
Very
thinking
good
Jason
pull.
Bateman
Yeah,
directed it.
Owen
I'm like,
Lars,
no,
and I hope he
didn't.
shows up in Kenobi.
He
All
didn't
right.
direct it.
Our next question is a Patreon question. And boy, does this one warm my heart. We think the crowd's going to love it. This is a very special Patreon question we have today because we are wishing a happy wedding anniversary to Dana Jacoby
Aw.
and Victoria Laquiza. This one is for Dana and
Congratulations.
Victoria. This question is an anniversary gift from Victoria's husband, Dana. So happy anniversary to Dana and Victoria. May they live happily ever after. Ken, any advice for the lovebirds?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Get a good lawyer. Don't
And knapsack.
Don't let Mark Ellis sleep on your couch ever. And,
Why not?
Just celebrate the good times.
I need a place to crash. Are they from Are they from up in Canada? We'll figure out where they live. I'll be playing in that
It's a
city soon.
PG show, Ken. PG show.
Thank you both for supporting the show and happy anniversary. In the category of fantasy movies, where I'm married. Your question. In The Empire Strikes Back, to whom does Darth Vader say the following quote?
I'm altering
I
the
am altering
deal.
the deal.
Pray I don't
Pray I
alter it
don't
any
alter
further.
Who's he talking to?
Well, for me, that was what my second.
Finally, a Darth Vader quote I won't screw up.
There is a Darth
Every time it's like Darth Vader or Palpatine, Darth Vader or Palpatine.
Episode Future.
Well,
I'd certainly
except
like
Darth
to.
Vader.
One
Lando
pens are down
Calrissian.
for perfect
Lando.
rounds for both
Lando
competitors.
Calrissian.
Paul Preston.
Lando Calrissian.
We got a perfect round.
Lando
Two
Calrissian.
perfect
Two
rounds.
perfect rounds.
Yes, it is.
That's impressive.
So,
We can still play this point.
Perfect rounds. 8 to 8.
Yeah.
Look at that. So now we move to a bonus question. And
Chris,
this
you
question,
tied with
usually
us.
we just ask you and you just tell us, but because it was to both of you got a perfect round, let's play like a normal
Handicap
round one question.
match.
Write down your best attempt at an answer. Ken, you have the honor, and it doesn't look like we're straying
You would
too
still
far
win
from the
that.
fantasy science fiction universe.
Right, absolutely.
You're probably right.
Which 90s. Oh, I'm just getting told from the booth. This
What do you
was
got?
Ben Bateman's first perfect round.
Not
First,
true.
No? He says no?
He's saying not true.
All right, the
Bateman had
You
it
sure that's the booth in your
in singles,
No, that is actually
maybe,
God.
but he
I
had
got
one
the
in
wrong
teams.
message. In
God,
singles,
telling you
in
things.
singles, I'm being told. All right, doesn't matter. Edit
Fun
that part
fact.
out. What
Fun fact
90s
regardless.
movie was the tagline? Which 90s movie has the tagline, protecting the Earth from the scum of the universe?
All right, that was probably the longest read of a
One of my favorite
with your
comic book
phone.
movies.
I'll say, all right, Nika. Now, are you two going to go ahead by one, or are we still going to be tied up?
I think we're going to be tied up.
3, 2,
Can you repeat the question?
1 repeat coming down for Paul. Which 90s movie has
We're
the
gonna be
tagline,
tied.
protecting
Damn it.
the Earth from the scum of the universe?
All right, if I ask you the other planets in the solar system, which
Said
other planet
comic
is the
book
most
movie.
scummy, like the most low
Oh,
down?
Just
Marvel.
trying to.
Koima. We've got
Okay, I wanted to make sure I was on the right track. I think I have the correct
5,
answer.
4,
They have an Arby.
3, 2,
Men in Black.
1.
Men in Black.
Down,
And look at
Paul
that, you guys are ahead.
Preston.
Men in Black.
That is correct.
Also Men in Black.
All right.
Hey, they're wearing the sunglasses like the characters in the movie.
Look at that.
Look at you guys.
That.
I get a perfect round. He's going to get a perfect round.
Everybody gets a
Original.
perfect round.
Neuralize us all until you get
Oprah!
this. We don't know what just happened, but we do know that it is round number 2, and that is the wheel round. You take a look at that
Oh,
third
except
wheel,
for
you
us,
see
of course.
10 categories from 10 different corners
Damn
of
it, Forky.
movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each category contains 4 questions
Ooh.
therein. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4
You got
options,
forked.
which is the correct answer.
Wait,
If
have you
the
actually-
question goes down to 1,
Have you
keep in
actually
mind,
seen Toy Story 4?
Stealing is
First?
available in round
Me neither.
number 2. That out of the way. Paul, Ben, we are tied, and so we defer to the higher ranked.
I was maybe like I
competitor.
think
That'd
if
be
you had
Ben
actually seen
Sorry,
it rather
Paul.
than just
That's Ben
trailers,
Bateman.
it would have
Ben,
been
would you
easier.
like to spin first or defer to Powder Keg?
Via con Dios, powder keg. Go for it.
That's a line from Point Break. I accept it. Well done. All right, there we go.
No
Nice.
hesitation. Spin is in. Spin is in. That was
A
a good
nice spin by Paul. It's a spin that's not going to take all day. I appreciate that. He
And what's
could've
his
spun that much
go-to?
harder if
Something
he
he's
wanted
good
to.
at, or spinner's choice.
I'm glad he didn't, because we have lives to live, Ken.
I got some.
We have stuff to do.
I got some mac and cheese
Um,
on the counter. When I
so
get
what
to
did I say?
No,
What did I say?
Where's all that?
All right, so Paul,
Okay,
your
I'm gonna magically
category,
turn
what
all
would
this
you like to
into
set that
gin, and
wheel
I'm just
to?
gonna
It's your
be like,
choice.
He is gonna go to
Director.
director.
You might get some
All right,
Jeremy
Paul.
Adams questions
Ken
with this.
Knapsack will be asking you your
Yeah.
directorial questions.
Hopefully.
All right.
4 each. with
Hopefully,
4
because
points.
those tend to be more
Here we
difficult.
go. You do get the
I say
one
this
down
as I
to
hold
the
my
two
hands like Jeremy
wheels
Adams.
Left, named after fame. TriCaster operator Josh Tapia. All right.
And then put it
Question
up
one.
against your teeth.
Who
Sorry.
won Best Director Oscars for the classic films Mr. Deeds Goes to Town and You Can't Take It With You?
Frank Capra. Hello, feedback.
Yeah,
Right
you
there.
know, classics.
Thinking. 5, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
A. Billy Wilder. B. Frank Capra. C. Frank Lloyd. D. Victor Fleming.
B. Frank Capra.
That's correct for 1 point.
Yeah.
Good. He got it.
All right. What popular actor was the director of 2018's mid-90s?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
That's
Okay.
correct for 2 points.
All right.
All right.
Starting to feel his way around the category. 3-point
Third.
lead for Paul Preston.
Yeah, third question out of 4. How many theatrical features have been
Whoa.
directed by Kevin Costner?
He directs?
20 seconds.
Guess what,
Yeah.
Wolves?
I'll take him.
This thing, he
Postman.
direct,
I was thinking we're going to need an answer to those.
Waterworld, so let's say
Count
3.
down here in 5, 4, 3, 2.
2.
Or no,
Incorrect.
no, it's
For a
open
steal,
range.
Ben Bateman.
So it's 3. Still 3.
2 points.
Yeah. So he didn't direct
3.
Waterworld.
That's
2
correct.
point
Answer,
steal.
Wolves. Postman, an
That's what I'm
open
talking about,
range,
Bateman. Woo!
open range.
That's
That's a 2-point
important.
steal.
That's very
Ben
important.
there.
He kind of took
He-
over Waterworld.
Ooh,
He did. He
You
did.
know, more like 3.5.
that could be the match,
Did
honestly,
direct Madeline
with how
Stoner
close it's been.
Revenge. That's oh wow. All right. Final question, Paul. Steven Soderbergh directed Gina Carano, Michael Fassbender, and Ewan McGregor in which 2011?
Haywire.
Haywire.
2 points right
Sounds
there.
like something I
for
might
Preston.
check out
I
one
like
day.
that movie.
14
good.
to
I like it.
11.
I remember enjoying that film, and so now it is 14 to 11.
Yeah.
Ben Bateman, a
And again,
huge
Steven
2-point
Soder-
steal.
yeah,
Let's see if he
Steven
can
Soderbergh for me is a
capitalize
bit hit or
on
miss.
his newfound momentum with the spin of the wheel.
Because,
From the wheel, not the pegs. He knows the drill.
Ocean's 11
He
is
gives
great.
it a spin.
And you had
He's under
Logan
the
Lucky,
weather
which
for
is
sure, but he's giving a game
good.
effort thus far.
And then I saw Magic Mike,
He's
and I
looking at
couldn't
Scott
even
Bates'
finish that
face and
movie.
thinking, I want those movie release dates. I want them
Sequel was
bad,
better.
But I like some of these categories.
Oh
There's
dear.
stuff
Oh
out
no.
there.
Oh no.
Oh!
Oh!
Past
Yes!
Ken. I
Yes!
just
Yes!
did it. Does he want that? Does he want that?
Wow.
That's what you want. Wow.
He is keeping.
Oh.
Sticking with it. He's happy with it. His manager.
Why
His
don't you go where
manager is happy.
fashion
Tom is
sits?
dressed like a
Put
gangster
another
going
ring.
to a Denny's for breakfast with
If
the
you're happy,
FBI.
you know, clap your hands.
That's right. FBI informant Tom Dagnino.
Oh, yes.
Like he did something.
Oh, yes.
Your first of 4 questions. Ben.
He's gonna drag
In
this
the
out
world of
until like
movie
forever.
release dates.
Unfortunately.
In what year
2010.
was Shutter
2010.
Island released?
Now, here's the fun thing. If Bateman gets all these correct, and then both of them get all 3 round 3 questions correct, the final score will be 29 to 24.
3, 2,
2010.
2 points.
Yeah, there is a slight possibility of that.
I can dream.
He pulls within
One can dream.
1 point of Paul Preston. He can take the lead.
Here's the
if
question,
he
though.
knows this
Do
next
you
answer.
read
Top Gun was
1986.
released in what year?
1986.
But here's the question:
Thank you
do
for
you
not
really
making
want
me wait
Bateman
15
to take the record over Bates?
God, that
No,
Top Gun
but if
Maverick
he,
trailer.
but if this is how he earns it,
All right,
I'm not
Ben,
gonna
your
fight.
next question. Your penultimate one in movie release dates
God, the
category.
bias against
What
Preston
year
is so
was
strong
The
in you.
Trouble with the Curve
Oh,
release?
do you know that, Chris?
It's either 2012 or 2013. If I had a coin, I'd flip it.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Second one.
Do that. In what year was Trouble with the Curve released?
Damn.
I'd say 2013.
Paul Preston still has.
Arguably the worst year of this decade in movies.
4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A,
One of.
2012, B, 2013, C, 2014, or D, 2016?
Two 2012.
Oh,
Give him a point.
done.
He got it.
Okay.
He got it.
I've been wrong. That's fine.
So now it's 16
I
to
sandwiched
14.
it.
Paul Preston hanging in. We're definitely going to have a hotly contested round 3, but Ben Bateman can pad his lead right now if
yeah.
he can get this
The term
last
sandwich
question
just
in the world
irks
of
me
movie
because it's
release dates.
technically an
Ben, your
incorrect
question.
term.
What year did Akira Kurosawa's highly influential masterpiece Seven Samurai release into American?
1907? No.
Okay, it was released in Japan in 1954. This is a challengeable question because
No.
No, it says American theaters. American theaters.
That's 1956.
Is it A, 1959, B, 1952,
I'll go with
C,
1956.
1954, or D, 1956?
that's not technically correct.
The American theaters, 1956.
1959.
That is
Oh,
incorrect for a
steal.
1-point steal. Paul, was it 1959, 1952, 1954, or 1956?
Well, actually, yeah, out of those options case, you would be correct in this.
1954.
He stole a point from Ben.
Oh,
Bateman
1954.
in movie release dates.
Nope.
That alone
Someone.
is newsworthy, and
Challenge.
that pulls Paul to
Where's
within
the challenge?
one of Ben Bateman as we head into round
Yeah.
3.
Wow, that was quite a round. You know, these guys know their
That's
stuff.
the thing.
Once you start breaking it down.
I have that movie on my to-watch list. I'm gonna check
All right,
it.
we believe we have a
This-
challenge.
wait,
We
wait.
need Ben to
Yeah,
verbally issue
challenge
a
it,
challenge.
please.
His management team.
Because it's, I believe,
management team
56.
is yelling something
It's on my
from
to-watch
back.
list, and I have all the release years for my movies.
Well, okay, is this going to be the
Is it
official
official?
challenge?
Yeah, we're using the challenge.
We
Yeah,
are doing a
because it
challenge.
says American
We'll be right
Theater.
back with a review.
Oh, thank God that happened.
Yeah, that was a really weirdly worded question.
All right, we
Yeah.
are back with our ruling, and Ken, because
No.
we had a number
question
of
was-
different
let me hear it.
celebrities
Let me
coming
hear
up to
the
desk
ruling.
giving
Let me
us
hear the
their
ruling.
data from their chosen website. There's different websites that have different release dates for the first time that Seven Samurai made its appearance into American cinemas. Some say 1954, some say as late as 1956. So unfortunately, we can't go on one more than the other. So what we're going to do
New
is
question.
ask Ben a
I was
new
thinking.
last question
That's fair.
for his round number 2 in the world of movie release dates.
It's the only thing we can do.
It's the only thing that we could possibly do.
Yeah. One of the sites was scaliscu.movie.net, but we didn't take that one.
All right, Ben. Your question. What year saw Boris Karloff debut as Frankenstein
1931.
and Bela Lugosi debut as Dracula in their respective movies?
Yeah, baby.
I know this. That's the thing. I actually know this. I don't do classics. I don't do horror/monster movies.
4, 3, 2.
1931.
2
Well,
points for Ben
fucking
Bateman,
done.
and it was a worthy challenge.
Okay, so
because
the
that's
record
a
is still
3-point
on the
swing
table
in essence.
for this match.
He has 18
Yeah,
points.
because
Paul
the record is
Preston now
27.
14 points. Originally, we were going
To be fair, that is in the triple threat, so it's incredibly difficult to get there in one-on-one.
They say that's what some good managers
But hey,
do.
Ben can
I've
do it.
never watched a match I've managed.
So
I
for
gotta
once,
put
I'm
this
going to
on there.
back off my hate for Preston, and I'll say,
Round
Preston,
number 3 works
please
like
get all 3 of
this.
your
Each
questions
competitor's
right.
going to give us a series
And then
of
Ben,
numbers. These
But
numbers can
you
range
two.
from 1
Also,
to
Ben.
20. Each number you give us corresponds
That's
to a
very
different form of
important.
movie trivia Schmoedown goodness. The first question you get asked is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your last one, should we make it that bar, is worth 5 big points. Ben Bateman, because
I love you
have
both, but
a
you give me a
4-point lead
headache
currently, we're gonna
sometimes.
get your 3 numbers.
This is one of them.
Again, these numbers can be anything from 1
By the way-
to 20. What feels lucky, sir?
3,
Of course.
7, and 17.
By the way,
3, 7,
18-point
17.
matches have been won
Yeah.
after answering a
Paul Preston, you
5-pointer
got
and
3
getting
numbers that are
18
not those.
points. So the fact that he's
8
there
and
after
14.
2 rounds,
Look at that.
this is a match.
Good number.
All right.
Thank you,
All
manager.
right. And Paul's
Why are
management
people
has woken
screaming
up.
so
here.
loudly?
Oh, doctor.
All right, Paul, Ken Knapsack will be asking you your questions.
Whoa, Adam.
You chose
Whoa.
number 4 for your 2-point question. Ken, what are
4.
we looking at?
Paul, your 2-point question will come in the category of action
Well.
/ adventure. Action adventure. 2-point question. Peter Weir directed Russell Crowe and Paul
Master and
Bettany
Commander?
in
Master and
what
Commander, the far side of the world.
2003 Film?
Master and Commander.
We'll accept that one. That's
I
it.
mean,
2
yes,
points
yeah,
there.
there's a lot more to that title, but everyone knows it as Master and Commander.
Paul pulls it within 2 of Ben Bateman, so we're staying
Although if I
with
wanted
him
to be a
for his
dick, I'd still
3-point. If he
challenge.
gets this right, he's going to force the hand of Ben Bateman.
It's a 2-pointer.
Shows number 8. That category is Jodie Foster pictures.
Ooh.
Jodie
She has
I
been
like her.
good in
3-point question.
some, not in...
What 1976 comedy starring Jodie Foster and Barbara Harris was
Freaky
remade
Friday?
in 2003?
It is Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday.
Huh.
That's a correct
Simply because I know the remake.
answer.
All right. Now we move on to Ben Bateman. Who
Get your feet off that table,
has
Preston.
Successfully made it to round
Show
2.
some
He will not be having a
respect.
technical knockout here today. He's got to answer at least one trivia question
I
right
gotta
to force
punch you,
the
sir.
5-pointer from Paul Preston. You selected
Just
number
kidding, I
3
wouldn't do that
for
to
your
him,
2-point
but
question.
seriously,
And
dude,
that
feet
corresponds
off table
to
now.
what a Pixar.
Ooh.
Pixar movies. And your question. What is the first and last name of the one-eyed green
Mike
monster
Wazowski,
voiced by
Mike
but I
Wazowski.
Billy
doubt
Crystal
he knows it.
in Monsters, Inc.?
I mean, they've done an episode where they covered Pixar on Action Guys.
4, 3.
That's your last repeat, though. God damn it.
What is the first and last name of the one-eyed green monster voiced by Billy Crystal in Monsters, Inc.?
Wazowski.
Well done.
2 points. Ben Bateman's
Guys,
back
if Preston
on
has
top.
to hit this.
And Paul Preston now is staring at a
Hey,
5-point question.
it's the
That's
year.
right. He chose number 14.
Ah, yeah, it is.
Number 14. That category is horror pictures.
Horror.
I'm out of JTEs, right?
You are out of JT rules.
So no stalling anymore.
The category of horror, Paul Preston. Here we go.
Oh, he'll stall, but not more than
Who?
he can.
Played the role of the husband whose wife cheats on him in the 1981 horror thriller Possession.
Wow.
He's also looking like shit.
5,
He has 2 JTEs, though.
3,
Repeat.
2,
Repeat the question.
Good job.
Who played the role whose wife cheats on him in the 1981 horror thriller Possession?
He's got one more GTE rule.
Chris, have you even seen this movie?
No, but I stumbled across it in what was it?
5,
Sam Neill's
4, 3,
IMDb.
2.
Repeat the question.
Final
Yeah,
one. Who
repeat.
played the role
Fuck it, Sam
of
Neill.
the husband whose wife
Just say
cheats
Sam
on
Neill
him
then.
in
Yeah.
1981
Sam
horror
Neill.
thriller Possession?
I mean, the year matches, the title matches. So yeah, screw it, Sam Neill.
5, 4,
Probably wrong.
3, 2.
George C. Scott.
And your winner, Ben.
Well done.
Bateman. We're looking for Sam Neill.
What?
Sam Neill.
Hey, you were right.
Sam Neill in possession. Great match played by both Ben
Okay,
and Paul.
pure yes,
Paul
pure
Preston
yes.
deserved his red rope VIP entrance into this matchup, as did Ben Bateman. And Bateman advances to round number 3. The semifinals, Ken. He's on his way, possibly, to an Ultimate Schmoedown championship.
Right, as we talked up top, this is a victory that Ben wanted for himself. You always want to win, that's a given, but I think Ben's been around a long enough time where he knows he needs something big on that resume beyond just a lot of fans and Action Army and all those things. We know he's a tough competitor. As far as Paul Preston, he has established himself this year as a legitimate threat for a lot of titles in the Schmoedown, and today's match proved no different. He absolutely belongs here. He's got a great presence, and sometimes it's just that weird roll of the questions, and that's what happens. So I hope to see more of him in 2020.
Yeah, you talk about the Action Army, then you talk about movie guys. Could we see possibly just outside of Schmoedown, just like a team up, like maybe just like a huge live event that's the movie guys and the Action Army, and they hang out and I don't know, they take their shirts off and play volleyball or something?
I mean,
That'd be
I'm hoping to see that today in Burbank. So
it's hot
maybe,
enough.
Maybe.
Whoa.
We are almost
These are
set
two
to
sexually
hear
deprived
from,
middle-aged men.
Paul, tough match out today. Obviously didn't go your way. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, God.
Clearly, I have a lot on my mind.
Holy shit.
First of all, I lost by a point, and they argued for getting a different question because 2 different answers came up, neither of which Ben guessed. Letting it go.
No. You didn't lose by 1
so
point.
there's
You
a
lost
point.
by
And,
a
clearly I
point
need a
and
manager,
two questions worth
let the
8
nuke-
points.
let the nuke
So
run.
potentially,
Uh,
there was
look,
more
Fred,
that Ben could have scored.
I just want to say the fans of the Schmoedown are the most amazing people in the world. And for 6 months in this league, to have people I don't know jump on Skype last night who make reaction videos and then come together to raise money so my wife and I can fight her bitch of a cancer was amazing. And Ben donated too, so it's incredible.
Well, now I feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, I think I speak for all of us when I say that you've become such a fan favorite and such an important part of this family that we're with you in this. And however we can help you, any person in this room, any person online watching, they'll do everything they can to help you guys fight this.
Paul, you're welcome.
I hear that now, and it's been made clear already, so thank you.
Back to you guys.
Powerful words from Paul Preston, realizing that today is about much more
Yeah,
than
so-
just a silly
sorry.
little trivia game. And
I
I
feel
echo
bad
his
now.
sentiments when I say thank you to all the fans, everybody in this community that comes together when we need you the most. And that is the case with Paul and Karen right now. And it's nice to see all the support that's coming his way. Please continue that support as they continue their fight and you enlist in the Army that Paul and Karen have set up.
Yeah, absolutely. This is beyond the storylines, beyond the game, and there's power in team and community. And, I haven't seen Jen Sturger cry since Cody called her bluff and said yes. So this is that's a powerful moment.
And now we go back to the woman who did say yes to Cody Decker. That is Jen Sturger, and she is now with the winner of today's match, member of the Horsemen. There's 5 of them now, Ben Bateman.
I hate you so much sometimes, Ken. Oh, Ben, congratulations on a well-fought match. You burned through your last JTE. Did you think that he wasn't going to get his 5-pointer, or were you just taking that chance?
I just needed to be sure I had the right answer, and I've learned JTEs are worth points, so you use them when you need them. And I had the name in my head. What if you say the other monster? You know, you want to make sure you're right. So.
Absolutely. And now you're going to be facing Brendan the Kid in this tournament. Yeah. Have you watched him play a lot?
No.
Yeah, I know Brendan.
Oh boy.
Hey, how you doing? I'm so excited. I'm wearing my blazer too, you know? Yeah. So yeah, of course. No, I'm really excited, man. I've been a big fan of yours, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait. And, everyone, it's going to be great. I think you might have stolen my wallet once, but still a great man. And, of course, Dan, the GOAT. Hey, man. Hey, Dan, how's it going? What? He's right there. Sorry. Hey, how's it going?
Did you need something, or?
No, it's just
Gotcha. Excellent.
As nice as he is, you don't crash someone's interview.
Key word there, and it was fan. You know what? As you watch this match, you understand what a manager is for and a faction is for. The challenge made all the difference in this game. So anybody in this draft coming up, keep an eye out.
Ooh. Are you guys worried at all about what's going to happen to the Horsemen with this draft?
In the immortal words of Alfred E. Newman.
Get a zipper?
What, me worry?
Cool.
You know, the top teams and players are protected, as Christian mentioned, his announcement of the nuke. So, you know, we'll be fine. We're the best players in the league, and that means we're going to stay on the teams if our managers want us to stay there. So today was a great match. One more time, it's such an amazing thing for Paul and his wonderful wife to show up today, both fighting in this and obviously fighting against something a lot tougher than Schmoedown competition. And I'm just very impressed by that. So all gameplay aside, round of applause for those guys.
That's so right. And like we've already said, please, if you can afford it at home, please join us in this fight. You're part of this family too, and it means the world to Paul and everyone here in the studio. Back to you guys.
Thank you, and once again, you can check out our Facebook page, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. You can go to the fan page, where you can go to our Twitter feed and check out how you can help Karen and Paul continue their battle. Ken, when you look at this match, we have Ben advancing. We have Paul falling in a valiant effort in round number 2. What do you expect to see from Bateman and the Kid? That should be a fun matchup with a lot of plucky optimism.
Absolutely. If it's like me in 7th grade and Ben's me in 8th grade, when you realize you actually got to do this for real.
Junior high's very,
yeah, it is.
Age a lot this year.
No, I really do like the Kid. I not only is he just a great performer and talented actor, but I think he knows his stuff. And with Bibbs in his corner, I'm sure they're going over stuff too. He do not look past the Kid, and I know Ben Bateman does, but I think Ben is on a quest to prove something to himself and the league, and that's pretty powerful, even though those darn Horsemen. Is Roca still talking? No?
I believe Roca is still doing a post-game interview somewhere. We are going to say thank you. And
he's talking to the Zac Efron cardboard cutout.
Check out all of his Star Wars-related material, including the audiobook version of Why We Love Star Wars. I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. We'll see you real soon on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Karen, Paul, we love you. We're with you.
There are 2 minutes left of cutscenes.
Yeah. Hey.
Mara, what's up? I have my Marvel Cinematic Universe disguise, and clearly Black Widow and Captain America have taught me all the wrong things. I mean, you're just wearing a hat and sunglasses. So what are you doing hiding in a cabinet and disguising yourself anyway? I thought you were Robert Meyer Burnett. I'm clearly not, but the resemblance is uncanny. I don't know what to make of that statement. Why did you think I was? Why would you care if I was Robert Meyer Burnett? Without admitting to any criminal activity, I might be stalking him.
Why?
Why? I was promised a match, as you know, after losing Mega Spectacular. So, trying to make sure that he gets on the ball. Listen, I'm going to stop you right there.
Hi, Mike.
No need to worry about Robert Meyer Burnett. He is a thing of the past. No longer in charge. I thought you were telling me he died. No, I'm a little concerned by your flippant attitude towards death. Why? Okay, so you were. So let's go back. Okay, yeah. I have been sleeping in his dumpster far longer than I needed to. So who do I need to talk to? To me. Yeah. We're doing that. Yeah, this is how fortuitous. Here we are. Listen, the division is definitely in full swing right now, so I totally understand why you've been having a tough time getting this match going, but I promise I will do everything in my power to make it happen, because as you say, you were promised that automatic rematch, and I wasn't the one that set that up, but I will carry through and make good on that.
Well, a couple decades of ballet is going to be incredibly flexible, so I'll still hold you to it, though. Okay, so I'll see you then later.
I'm sorry, what?
Never change, Mara. Never change.
I
You
love
are wonderful.
the new Mara. I love her.
She is so weird.
In all the right ways.
In a good way, yeah, definitely in a good way. I do want to know what happened with the tournament going on right now. Oh, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I want to make something very clear. When I said my thing at the beginning of Paul's interview, that was in kayfabe. That was me hating the character of Paul and not wanting him to continue and all that crap. The moment that he started to talk about his personal life and his wife, as you saw, I just shut up because I've lost several family members to cancer, and I know how much it sucks. So, yeah. Sorry, Paul. I hope you didn't take it personally.
No, I mean it's
and I really hope your wife gets rid of that fucking disease because it sucks.
Exactly. I mean, shit. There's a reason that last Friday I hopped on that stream, and I just figured out when they taped this. And
yeah, that was last Saturday.
And I couldn't be more proud to have been on the stream because, like yourself, Case, and like yourself, Nico, I've lost several members to cancer, and I just found out my uncle got diagnosed last month. So, and of course, you guys know my thing. When it comes to the characters, I usually wind up liking them or not liking them, and I'll be very vocal about it, but I never talk crap about the actual people.
No. That's also because you either you know the people and usually they're nice, or you don't know them and don't attack the person.
Exactly.
It's the exact same argument as like Rose in The Last Jedi. If you have an issue with Rose, then say what your issues are with Rose, but don't attack fucking Kelly Marie Tran. She's just an actor.
Exactly.
Portraying the character.
And yeah, of course. I as I've said, I hate the powder keg. The powder keg is a bro-tacular douchebag who needs to just F right off. But Paul Preston is a great guy, and he's a guy who has a lot of trivia knowledge. And you know what? If this was how I wanted him to leave the tournament, I wanted him to go down swinging. I wanted Ben to win this match, and sure enough, wow, I actually was right about that. But he went down valiantly. Again, I got Sam Neill on a guess. I probably actually might not have pulled that in the lights. So that was still a great fight all across the board. So, but obviously, and Karen, you know that we at Dedicated Art here, we love you, we support you, and please fight through it for everyone.
And just for clarification, last I checked, the fundraiser ended sometime this week, and we surpassed the $30,000 goal for that fundraiser. So they're going to be well taken care of. Hopefully, no new bills come up as she goes through treatment that makes things difficult, and we have to have another fundraiser. But if there is another one, I know the Schmoedown community will come through for her.
Absolutely.
Getting to the game, I feel like at this stage, and it's a very early stage in Paul's career nonetheless, but at this stage of his career, he kind of has what I would call Chance Ellison syndrome. No, I don't mean his Wi-Fi connection is terrible. I mean he's ridiculously good all the way up till the 5-pointer, and then it's hit or miss for him.
Yeah.
He played a perfect round 1. Had one slight hiccup in round 2, and then it was just that 5-pointer that made all the difference. So it is what it is. But he definitely made himself a first, second, or third pick draft for the coming season, season 7. His stock has definitely grown in the short time he's been in the Schmoedown. And Ben, he got the win he needed to help keep the Horsemen alive for the season, because there have been a lot of questions up until this tournament as to where were the Horsemen as a stable. But Roca kept them alive. Now Ben's kept them alive. I still think, though, that the semis might not be kind to Ben, and the quarterfinals might not be kind to Roca, because, again, Kalinowski's been on a roll, Brendan Meyer's been on a roll, and then you also got to factor in Ethan Irwin and Bibiani are still in the picture too. So it's not an easy road to get to Paulo Yama right now.
Nope.
That is for sure. That's for sure. But we're in for a good run to get to that final destination of the Schmoedown Spectacular. And if Mara Kanapa keeps giving us some ridiculous moments along the way, and I can make Chris do a spit take every now and then, I'll be very happy for it.
Yeah. By the way, I really feel like this shows how incredibly competitive this tournament is, because we've already had to say goodbye to Chance Allison, who is the team champ. Had to say goodbye to Janine, who is just a damn good player overall. Luciana Miller, who has had a phenomenal year. Now Preston, who's had a great year. Riley, of course, who, he was a 2-time champ. Those are out of the tournament. We're going to lose Irwin or Bibiani because they're playing each other. And that's in a quarterfinals match. It's crazy, how great this tournament is. And, today's match was great. Preston and Bateman are really on top of their game, showing that they're true. And the best thing about it is you have an old versus new. Old still wins today, but it could have also been new, because Preston has shown his worth. Look, and I agree with Chris. I'm not a fan of his character, but he is a great player, period, and you can't deny that. And, now we have Bateman Meyer. Again, old versus new. And I don't want to call that match. I mean, I will pick a winner and see if I'm right, but I don't want to call that match, because I think either one could win it. And that's also the thing. Bateman or Meyer will be in the final. So Meyer in his debut year in the final of the singles tournament, or Bateman for the first time in a singles tournament in the final, because he knows how it is to be in the final of a tournament, but that's teams, not singles. So hats off to both competitors today. It was a great match.
I have one more thought. The action we've seen so far in this tournament, and the action we've seen in tournaments past, they've all been single elimination. I really think for season 7 we need to do a round robin format tournament. Just get 10 players, have them all play each other, and then whoever have wins be 2 points, losses be 0 points, draws, if that's even possible, be 1 point, and then just whoever has the highest score at the end of the tournament wins. I feel like we need to switch things up for next season, because we got so much great competition that we need to see some killer matches.
The thing is that is league play versus tournament play, and that's something that, it's a different type of play, because I'm thinking of football, and you have tournaments like the cups in England, the Champions League, the Europa League, of course, and you have every country has a league where you play against every team throughout the year. A win is 3 points, a draw is 1 point, and a loss is 0 points, of course. And at the end, the one with the most points. But league play is already a thing, kind of, in terms of the rest of the year. And for the tournament, they do something special. They reward the ones who can just win in a row. Now,
I'm not saying get rid of the single elimination format. I'm just saying also maybe hold a round robin tournament format tournament to keep things interesting.
Maybe for Geek. Do the geek tournament that way next year.
That you could do, but I do want to, like, I love the tournaments at the end of the year. They create a different dynamic towards the rest of the year, because the rest of the year you are in league play. So I think you should keep the tournament the way it is in terms of at least singles and teams as it has been, because honestly, every tournament that we've had in the Schmoedown in the last 5 years up until now, it just gives you something else than the rest of the year, which I like. I like it a lot, and that's why I think they should at least keep that. And you could, of course, introduce at a different point in the year, because the tournaments are only at the end. At a different point in the year, you can introduce something else. Would be interesting, that's for sure. We'll have to wait and see. I think that's really all we have to say. So, guys, next week we have the other ones, Roka Kalinowski and Erwin Bibiani. Those are two insane matches. I cannot wait for them. So that's going to be next week. Please check us out when we get but until then, please like this video, comment on anything you saw. What are your predictions for the rest of the tournament? Yeah, like thumbnail. Oh, Lord. So let us know in the comments, and don't type it like that, because that's probably going to fuck up your keyboard. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And with that said, Nico, where can people find you?
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at Nico Suave Regoli, or just Nico Suave with 4 random meaningless numbers at the end, on Discord, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, coming soon, hashtag give Nico a job. Combat Wrestling Trivia on Facebook, Combat Wrestling Network on YouTube. The poorly made Twitter handle is at Combat Wrestling, the number 2. There is no letter G. And also every now and then on TMG Entertainment, where I am the Chokeslam Debate Champion of the World. Right here on Dedicated to Art, and all the places these two gentlemen will say in just a moment. Hashtag fuck cancer, hashtag trivia for Thon 2. Enter the Design the Cosmic Night Fury costume contest. If you win, you will get perks for Trivia for Thon 2, which these two gentlemen will describe on our podcast. And what am I forgetting? That's it.
Chris, plug yourself.
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Doman. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Please like our Facebook page and join our Facebook group. This week on the Who Cares Anime podcast, we talked about our favorite horror movies, at least Case and I did. And next week, we are joined by, speaking of William Bibiani, he and Whitney Seibold will be hopping on the podcast. Dude, come on and come join us, and it'll be a fun time. But something else starting this Sunday, gentlemen, our favorite show is back. Star Wars Resistance Season 2. It's coming back. Hashtag Viva la Resistance. Tweet it out. Let's get Christopher Sean to actually finally come on the fucking show, because he knows about us. We want to talk to him about it so badly. Just, guys, help us make it happen.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Now give this.
Oh,
okay, I just remembered
while he's writing, hashtag future Schmoedown champ.
And I just remembered what I forgot. If you're going to the Orlando show for the Schmoedown, buy fucking tickets, because as far as we know right now, only 360 have been sold. The raffle will not take place if we don't make it to 500. So please.
So Nico won't get his spot until you buy your tickets.
Yes, exactly. Show up.
That's what he's. Anyway, guys, these are the hashtags that matter. Hashtag #26. Hashtag fuck cancer and hashtag Viva la Resistance. And of course, you can follow me at the Schmovie Guy on Twitter, Case Cornelissen on Facebook and Letterboxd. And yeah, I cannot wait for Resistance to come back. I'm
so excited he can't talk.
I'm actually very excited for the Who Cares Anyway podcast this week and next week. I think this week already went up, so check it out. We talked about our favorite horror movies. And next week, yeah, of course, Bibbs and Whitney. Like, do I need to give you any more reasons to watch that? With that said, we will see you at our next video. Until then, take care.
Yeah.